Right, so let's continue with our example. Right, remember, we're supposed to sketch the curve given by this vector function r. Right. Now in the previous video, right, we already found the horizontal and the vertical tangents. Right, so we found our horizontal tangent when t is 0, we get the point 0 minus 3. We found the vertical tangents when t is plus or minus 1, in which case we get to the point 2 minus 2 and minus 2 minus 2. Okay. So, next we need to see where will our curve start. So we need to find the initial point. Right. So we take the smallest value of t. Right. We're looking for t in the interval minus 2, 2. So the smallest value for t is minus 2. Right. And that'll give us the point x is minus 2, y is 1. Right. So that's where the curve will start. Next we need to find the terminal point. Where will we stop? Where will our curve stop? So we take the largest value for t, that's r of 2, will give us 2, 1. Okay, so now we know where our curve will start and where it will finish. Right, so we're going to go from this point to that one. Okay. Now next we need to find the intersects with the axes. Right, so where will this curve cut the x-axis? Right, we're looking for the x-intercept. Well, that's when y is equal to 0. Right, so we put y of t equal to 0. Right, and we see we get two values for t, plus or minus root 3. Right, and if you calculate r of root 3, you get the point 0, 0. And if you calculate r minus root 3, again, get the point 0, 0. Right, so this curve actually only has one x-intercept. Right. But the curve will go through that point twice, right, because we have two values of t that give us that same point. Right, so those are now the x-intercepts. Right. Now the last thing we need to do is we need to find the y-intercepts. Right, so that's where the curve cuts the y-axis, so when x is equal to 0. So we put x of t, which is t cubed minus 3t, equal to 0, and we get t0, or t is plus or minus root 3. Right, so now these values for t, plus or minus root 3, right, we already got them here. Right, so now we can just say, now we have that point, right? And now for t equals 0, we get a new point. Right. R of 0 gives you 0 minus 3. Right. So now let's go ahead and sketch our curve. Right. So what we have to do is we just have to plot all the points we found here, right? And then remember, keeping in mind the values of t that they get, that give us those points, right? Because we need direction on our curve. Right. So we start with our initial point. R of minus 2 is the point minus 2, 1. Right, so there we have our initial point, R of minus 2. Right, so that's where the curve will start. Our terminal point, R of 2, right, gives us 2, 1. Right, so that's where we'll finish. Right, and now we just plot all the points in between. Right, so let's start with the x-intercept. Right, so we just have the one x-intercept. Right, and that point, remember, we get from two values of t, plus and minus root 3. Right, so you have to keep that in mind, right, that we're going to go through this point twice. Right. Now let's next put our, let's say our horizontal tangent, our y-intercept. Right, so we're going to put our y-intercept. So we found the y-intercept while we have this point, and then we have r of 0 equals 0 minus 3. Right, so there we have r of 0. Right, so now let's put our vertical tangent. Sorry, our horizontal tangent. Well, our horizontal tangent is at r of 0, 0 minus 3. Right? So that means here when we cut the y-axis, we also have a horizontal tangent. Let's just draw a line like that, horizontal line, to indicate we have an horizontal tangent. Right, now lastly, our two vertical tangents. Right, so that's at r equals -1. Right, that gives us the point 2 minus 2. Right, so r of -1. And again, let's just draw a line to indicate that we have a vertical tangent. Right, and another vertical tangent at r of 1 gives us the point over there. Right, and let's again draw the line to indicate our tangent. Right, so now we just start at the smallest value of t and work our way towards the biggest one. So it's -2. Next value is t equals -√3. Right? Next value is t equals -1. Let's just get that a little better. Right? And now here at this vertical tangent, right, so we could either carry on like that, but you see our next point is r of 0 down there, so we have to turn around. We have a turning point. Right? And here again we have a horizontal tangent. Right? And now we move up to our next point, which is at r of 1, where we now have a vertical tangent. Next point is r of +√3. Right? And the last point, r of 2. Right. So now we just have to indicate the direction of the curve. Right, so we start at the smallest value, work our way towards the biggest. Right. And there you go. Right, so this is a nice example to illustrate how our result in one of the previous videos, which tells us where to find horizontal and vertical tangents, how it helps us to sketch a curve.